go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It does take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Williams, a man in motion right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Lions are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
He'll get this to about the 38.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Ready.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The pickup is 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready up.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
3. Hey, check nigga.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have the Lions first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the run, Goff going to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
We're good. 17.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Room here to run. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Goff now to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 29, Goff goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get some...
And now it's blocked. The Vikings have got it. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown of protection led to the block.
Today, 1-2 on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
6, 7, 2, go. Black shot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll look to throw here. And he finds McLaurin. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Smith red.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Got it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
10 cycles.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, putting the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
1st down, and they go with Swift again.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's gone.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff, he's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 30-yard line.
Black one. Hey, blue. Left.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Right.
They're going to look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Badgley on for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. That's caught inside the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll throw now on the final play.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
560. Yellow, blue.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss.
Here we go.
So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Red, yellow.
Back to throw here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to take it right down Broadway. 30, 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Red, yellow. Cluster, 6.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he's got some space here. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Overall, he's had a productive day throwing the football, but that time maybe trying to do a little too much, and it backfired with a pick 6.
In the old days, defensive coaches would have been beside themselves with all the yardage that had been piled up with him throwing the football. But in this age of football, what they care about most? Possession. And them taking it away, turning it into a pick 6, they don't worry about the yardage given up. They like the result that their defense gave them.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Hey, stretch.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They go play action here on 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Only 29 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, the second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Up the middle, Nwangwu. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Lions' 9-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangwu.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
they'll go right back to the Wangoo.
And he will not only not give the... He goes the wrong direction.
Almost 40 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Ready. Wide open.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
14.
Swift going to try up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 33. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And with some room to work. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Devontae Smith, 62 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, we have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
Runs him, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Well, come to the line here
throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got McLaurin, and he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Right?
The tackle made on 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Red, cycle. Red, yellow. Ready?
Back to throw.
They'll get this to Nwangu, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Watch out, 52.
On the give is Nwangu. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black open. Field black.
He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful.
Not so far in this game.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,